Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm at a wildlife preserve on Long Island, and we just had a tropical storm come through here actually about a day ago, which brought an end to a heat wave that we had, which was really uncomfortable, and I'm really glad that that's over. So now I'm on a little bit of a mission to do some bird photography today, seeing as we're now in early summer. Everything is pretty much a lush green. That makes landscape photography a little bit of a challenge, although I might get some woodland photography in later. But the first thing I want to do is come to a spot where I know is frequented with by raptors, specifically ospreys and occasionally bald eagles. So let's get up to that viewing spot, and a little while I'm going to mount you on my camera, and you'll have a chance to see what I'm looking at as I'm looking at it. This pond where I'm filming right now is actually the wide spot in the river, which actually extends behind me a little bit. I'm facing north, which means that if there were any light, it would be shining directly on the birds. I'm not going to hear an osprey somewhere in the distance, I believe behind me to my right, but it's not in sight right now. There's a family of swans right over there. So the parents and about 5 cygnets, I believe. They just swam by me into the bush, and now they're starting to come back out. What I'm hoping with the ospreys is that by this time of year, they will have fledged. The chicks will have fledged, and they're just now learning to hunt. And so with any luck, I might even see a group of osprey out here, 3, 4, 5, and get some fish diving action. I'm also hoping for some swallows, and see if I can get some swallows in flight, either on video or in photo or both. We've got ospreys, folks. These long-distance bird and flight shots weren't that great, but I really wanted to find out how far I could push the R5 in both shadow recovery and cropping. So far, so good. Well, you didn't see that, but I just got a sequence of a great egret flying by, actually getting pretty close, and I will pop it up momentarily. And now we've got some swallow action. So while I'm waiting for the egrets, I want to see what else I can capture. Bird photography is very much of a waiting game. I've switched to electronic shutter since my R5 is capable of 20 FPS. I think with the heron sequence, even though I got a couple of hits, I also had more misses than I really wanted, so I'm going to switch to electronic shutter, get more hits next burst opportunity I get. Hopefully I'll get more hits. But I'm pretty happy with the shots I just saw looking at the back of the camera. But this is very much a waiting game. There's basically 2 ways to shoot birds. Either go where you know they are and wait for them, or you walk around until you see something. And a lot of times I do the latter, but this time I know this is a bird spot, specifically for raptors and occasionally eagles, so I'm going to wait a while. I got time. So if you don't hear from me for a while, it's not your fault. Still waiting for the ospreys to come back, but it may be a while. So I might just walk around and shoot something else and come back here in a little bit. A cormorant just surfaced right in front of me, but then as I was starting to shoot it, it took off. So, oh, here comes something. Well, I just got a great shot of the back of my head, but the cormorant maybe a different cormorant, but it came back, flew overhead. R5 tracked it pretty good. And I think I got some decent shots, so we'll see in a minute. With this image and also the Osprey shot I got a few minutes later, I was really happy with how much shadow detail I was able to recover. I'd never be able to do that with the DSLRs I used before. We have Osprey. Quite a bit off. Coming a little closer. Tracking it pretty good. Oh, airplane. It's right overhead now. I hope you guys were able to see that. I got at least a couple of good shots of it, and I don't think it had a fish, which is a kind of monarch butterfly, which I think is what you really want to try and get with jet ospreys. But especially with young ospreys, they're not that successful hunters at a very young age anyway. It takes them a certain amount of trial and error before they actually start catching stuff. I'm going to wait a little while longer, and actually they're probably going to be back a bit later anyhow, and definitely is more than one because I saw two earlier. Probably a parent and one of the young. So I'll wait a little while longer, and then I'm going to see what else I can catch around here. I've got a catbird sitting on a branch. And now he's not. I just heard an eagle. I'm approaching one of the fishing piers, which is over one of the branches of the river. So I'm going to try and get over there. With any luck, maybe the eagle will fly overhead. It's possible that was an immature eagle and not a osprey that I heard a little while ago. But wish me luck. Well, as you can see in front of me, there's a group of geese. They seem not to want to go anywhere, and I don't really want to disturb them. And there's not really much up here in the way of landscape images anyway, although I did get some shots of the geese themselves. You'll see them. And I'm probably going to turn around and go back, because since I did hear those eagles before, I'm going to go back to the pond, see if I can catch them, if they're still around. And if not, that's probably going to call it a day. Well, I'm back at the same pier where I started out today. In fact, on my way back here, another osprey flew right by, so hopefully the one or another will come back. Might get an eagle sighting, might not. And if I get any more shots, you'll see me at the end of this video, and if I didn't, you won't. But in any case, thanks for joining me on this little mini adventure here at Connecticut River State Park, which I don't think I identified where I was before. It's a nice little reserve. Actually, I shouldn't say it's little. It's fairly large, and it's a series of trails that I haven't gone up on, and maybe over the course of the year later on, I'll get up there to other parts. This park is not very good for woodland photography because the undergrowth is very, very dense, and it's just hard to find a combination of both a decent composition and decent light. You know, so but birds, plenty of those, and definitely during the fall migration and the spring migration, there's a lot of birds in the area, and right now the swallows are pretty active, so I might get some swallow shots, and like I said, I'm hoping I get some raptor shots of one kind or another. So in any case, again, thanks for joining me. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, please hit that subscription button below and hit the notification bell so you'll see the next time I upload some content. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.